I need to find the link so I can share this to the various socials. Hi, Mike. Greetings from the box. We love it. Apparently, I lived here for like 21 of my 25 years of existence, and apparently there's a drive-through smoke shop in Mannheim. I learned that this morning. I don't know. I don't know how to use Facebook very well. There's a bunch of drive-through strip clubs in Portland, apparently, too. Well, I'm not really sure how that works. Can you guys hear me okay? It says there's 2 people in here. I know Mahadi's one of them. I don't know who the other one is. Can you guys hear me okay? Because I'll put the podcast mic on if you can't. Kind of new to all of this. Good stuff. Hi, Blair. Oh, yeah. I did sell that dirt bike. Monday? Yeah, Monday, because I ordered the new engine on Tuesday. So there is a new there's a new engine coming for the Sketchy Kart. And oh hi, yeah, I almost said hi, bud. Hi, Sam. No, I'm excited. I'm gonna work on Sketchy Kart parts on Saturday morning. I was going to day after work yesterday and today to work on them, but decided against it. Well, yeah, kind of. I mean, a lot of other things to deal with this week, and sorry, I'm trying to tweet this live link so people can come hang out. But no, so we're trying this out instead of video Thursday, and then I'll build enough parts on Saturday that I'll probably have videos the next 2 weeks then. So it's simple, but my new I made a drive hub for the sprocket a few months ago, and I'm not happy with how that came out. So I'm going to make a new one of those. And then going to not happy with the way that one. Sorry, my brain is all over the place. It's been a long week. Not happy with how the initial drive hub came out. I'm using a Vortex brand sprocket, billet sprocket. It's a 39 tooth rear I don't remember what the front is. I want to say it's 12, but I don't remember until the engine gets here. I'm going to play with gearing here and there. I'm not really sure what I want to do as far as that goes, really. Yeah, and now it begins. RJ said he was coming to heckle me in the chat, and we're starting off strong. But the new spinning hubs for the front wheels got the first two. I had to modify them to get them to fit the wheels, so I'll probably have to do that with these as well. But when I made the spindles to go through them, I made the diameter too big, and when I pressed it through, it screwed up the bearings. And one of them spins, but it's not as free as I'd like it to be, and the other one completely locked up on me. So that I wanted to go on a wagon sheets run, TFTI. So we're just going to make the spindles different. I'm going to make 2 new spindles, 2 new front knuckles. I'm actually changing the pivot point on the knuckle where it's going to pivot on the front side of the knuckle, and then the steering connections will tie into the back end, and that's actually going to give it a lot more angle. I was playing with it today at work. Overall, I'm happy with the design that I came up with, and like for this being the first project like this that I've done, and the first project that I've really engineered myself from the ground up, I'm pretty happy with it. There's definitely a couple kinks that need worked out here and there, but I'm pretty happy. I'm not happy with how slow it's been to progress. We were trying to figure it out yesterday. Danny and I said, I'm in this like 6 or 7 months at this point. I think I got the tiny BMW like last June. So that would put me at 7 months at this point. But yes, Mike, that is exactly where you type your social security number in. Your credit card info works as well. But yeah, the coilovers came for the Subaru today. So we're going to put my daily on Racelands because why wouldn't I put my daily on Racelands? And then Chance is the winner. But yeah, have a wheel bearing issue with the Subaru. Go figure. It's a Subaru. It's not really an issue. My car sat at Blair's parents' house for a good few months, early 2019, and we did lower control arms, front axles, front wheel bearings, brakes all around, exhaust. It seemed like it was a never-ending list of things, and I feel like it was longer than 2 months. I feel like it was there from like April to August. I could be wrong though. But yeah, I ordered wheel bearings for the front and the rear. And when I did we had to do front calipers too. It was just like a never ending, like, oh, we have to do this. And then the brakes were damn near seized. I don't know if I can swear on this. Sorry. Yeah, they were damn near seized. And then I ordered wheel bearings all around. We only did the front ones. So, of course, they sat in my basement at my Pittsburgh house until last weekend when Booker and I went to Pittsburgh. So, of course, I needed them like I don't know, a long time before that, but I came and rescued them last weekend, and now it's a matter of when Booker and I have time to. I mean, I could probably do it myself, but now I have coilovers and stuff too, and Booker's funnier than I am on camera, so we'll let Booker come and entertain y'all. Coilovers came today. I have the wheel bearings. I don't know if I can say this, or I guess I can say this. Booker bought a house that has a nice garage, from what I understand. I haven't been there yet. So, yeah, we're probably going to have a new place to film. Probably not all the time, but I mean, he wants to build a racing lawnmower too, and Baxley gave him a racing lawnmower. Well, he gave him a lawnmower, so we got to go pick that up from Sean's, and have a lot of really dumb things to come for you in the upcoming months. I'm trying to read the chat here on the side. When will the Horsepower and Pizza 2017 sexy calendar releasing? Considering that was like 4 years ago at this point, I don't think anybody would buy it. Oh yeah, it was Nolan's birthday the day that I came to Pittsburgh, if you didn't already watch that video. So you should go back and watch that video. Okay, fleet updates. Well, I have an E36, as some of you may know. Think we have everything. I need to do brakes too, but we have everything to get. Okay, start over here. The exhaust manifold is rusted to the mid pipe, so you can't separate them and get everything out of the way. That's preventing me from putting the transmission up from underneath the car. I also stripped out a motor mount when we put it into the car, so we're going to pull the engine and transmission out, put the new motor mounts in. Well, I guess we're just going to pull the engine out. The transmission's not in. Going to pull that out, going to bolt the transmission to it. We are then going to take the exhaust, the old shitty exhaust manifolds are coming off. I bought stainless steel headers it's two separate pieces. One's for cylinders 1 through 3, and the other one's for 4 through 6. We're going to free the mid pipe from the old shitty manifold and put stainless hardware in there, so make sure we put enough anti-seize on everything that nothing's going to lock anymore. So if and when this engine gets decimated, everything comes apart easily to pull this engine out. Now, it's just a timing thing between me and Booker and anybody else that wants to come help. Come help. I don't really care. Could use the extra hands and the expertise. The E36 also needs coilovers because there's like one nut and stud holding each of the front struts up through the top hats, so that's no bueno. You guys are out of control. Yeah, so that's the mid pipe and the exhaust manifold. We're gonna hit with the air hammer and pull them apart. I promise you, I'm not as dumb as I make myself look on camera most days. Yeah, so the Jetta, I have wheels for now. I need to put a battery. Well, I need to put a battery in the E36 and the Jetta. Booker and I need to, well, I guess I don't really need Booker to bring the Jetta home, but it would probably help if somebody could drop me off at the shop. You know, I mean, or I can just leave the Subaru at the shop. The Jetta's been there since April or May. It doesn't really matter at this point. Put the new wheels on it because it's flat. Put a battery in it. Bring it home. Needs inspected. Chance said I should lower it. So naturally, that's also probably going to get Racelands. Put Racelands on everything except for the 435. Alex, if you could bring me like a whole box of Capri Suns and some of those like Sculpt. But yeah, the Jetta doesn't really need a whole lot. It's a 2-point slow automatic crank window Jetta with 168,000 miles on it. It's fairly clean from the parts of it that I've looked at so far. And I think I'm going to get a lot of miles out of that car. I hope to get a lot of miles out of it. And yes, I would love to be drifting the E36 soon. All those descriptions of the Jetta make it invincible. Yes, thank you, Alex. Alex is the homie. So, and then the 435, Sam. Hi, buddy. Show yourself in chat. That's Sam. Sam's been on a video or two, I think. Sam had a white 235, and he had everything done to it that I planned to do to the 435. Everything I've had planned to do for like the last 2 years and just never pulled the trigger on. Charge pipes, intercooler, downpipe, tune, like pretty simple. Sam just sold the 235 on an M4. So he transferred his tune license to me, and now I have everything that I wanted to do to the 435 as far as like bolt-ons and stuff go. Once my intercooler gets here, because I ordered one and it came like last March, and by the time I got around to trying to put it on the car, they sent me an N54 one, and my car is an N55 car. So, yeah, I sent it back to them last week. It was supposed to go from Pennsylvania to Colorado. I checked shipping today. And of course, in exactly 1 week's time, the box that I paid over $70 to ship has made it to New Jersey. Yeah, USPS is like super backed up right now from everything I've been reading and from what I understand. But pretty much everything I've ordered has also come on time. So I'm not really, except for the parts that I ordered for the KTM. Of course, they shipped on Tuesday and I sold the KTM on Monday. So, like, is what it is. Had I realized they hadn't shipped yet, I would have canceled the order. But it was like $30 worth of water pump parts, and well, I'll just leave it at that. It'll come full circle at some point. Yeah. So the 435 has everything to make it full bolt on. I got an AccuAir Endo CT tank last summer. And that, for those of you that aren't familiar with air setups, that's a tank that AccuAir came out with a couple years back. That it's the air tank, and it has the compressor built inside of the air tank, so you don't have to try to hide that with your whole air setup. And then AccuAir went bankrupt, I guess. Like not that long into COVID. Supposedly they're coming back, or somebody bought them out or bought their patent. I don't really know how that's going to work. I haven't read into it too much, but the plan is to use that tank and compressor with airlift bags and management. I need to text Sutter this week and see what he can do for me as far as that goes. Shout out Sutter. He's not in here. He works for TPG. Okay, Chance is saying Airx. He thinks Airx bought them up. I'm not positive. I can't remember. briefly read through the article about what was happening, but they, yeah, I plan on having that bagged. Oh, I bought wheels for it that I natural, typical BMW things. I bought other BMW wheels to put on my BMW because why wouldn't I? I bought Style 193 of an E90. Kid put brand new tires on them and took the car out and totaled it. So, I mean, they're like Nankang or whatever those cheap tires are, but they seem fairly solid. I'd like something with a little bit less sidewall, but I bought the wheels with the tires for $650, I think, and I was on the lookout for a set of 193s that weren't curbed for like a year and a half before I found a set that wasn't curbed. So they back. Sorry, had to tell a crackhead we don't sell crack stuff. Be a lot cooler if you did. Yeah, so I bought 193s, totally baked, powder coated them, and they look sick. They're at Corey's right now because Corey powder coated them for me. And that being said, I don't want to put them on the car until the car's on air. But that's, I don't know. They need, it's all like stupid little shit that's going to hang me up this season. Like those tires are from an E90 generation. Well, of course, between the E90 generation and the F30 generation, they changed the freaking TPMS. So my car, now with the tune, I can probably code that shit all out. I haven't played with it yet. Or I can at least I can probably delete the light. I don't know. Blair would be able to tell you more than me. But we already had this whole discussion how they changed the TPMS, and my car is so, they did this cool thing where the new car will not go into like sport mode or sport transmission or anything if you have a low tire, which is kind of bullshit. But I mean, I guess in the name of safety, that's something that BMW thought they were helping people out with. I do like the whole like digital readout of my tire pressures. It seems to be fairly accurate from what I've checked it versus a hard gauge, but they Sam's saying you can't code it out. So cool. Sick. We're buying new TPMS, and if I'm going to bother to take the tires off of those wheels, I'm going to put better tires on those wheels with less sidewall so I can tuck them further when I smash that shit on its face. Mike, you might have been able to on the E90 generation. Sam had an F22. I think that's what the 2 Series is. I don't know. And then mine's an F32. Yeah, so they, I don't know. My other car doesn't have any airbags or anything. So, like, I'm not really that worried about TPMS. But they, yeah. So that's the fleet update that Blair asked for. The We Out Here tour. This is my Target budget brand LaCroix. Metal Death Trap Gang. Make that a design. Everybody heckle Alex in the chat. Alex does great work. Alex does all of the designs for Horsepower and Pizza. Alex designed that, as well as pretty much anything that I've ever sold you. And that. Alex has the hoodies and the beanies currently. I'll have to text him and get an update on that. But I mean, I know that he has them. Nolan dropped them off at his house, and then I texted Alex the other day. And then we're doing, okay, I'll just start from the top. The We Out Here tour. I'm going with the free Jetta. The Jetta was free. The wheels were free. The tires that are on the wheels are brand new. And I got a free roof rack as well. Me and all of my free shit are going to drive from Pennsylvania. I don't know. Is this mirrored? It's mirrored the way I'm looking at it. So out west to Colorado. Want to go down across Colorado into like Utah a little bit, down into Arizona. I have friends in Colorado, Arizona. Gonna go across Arizona, across New Mexico, back across Texas. I have friends in Texas, in Fort Worth, College Station, as well as down in Houston. So you're probably going to hit both of those areas on the way through. And then going to go back up through the south. I want to hit like Charlotte area on the way home. That'll probably be one of our last stops because Charlotte's only like 6 hours from my house. Big clutch. I'm announcing this here because I haven't. We're doing this. Okay, I'll give the dates first. Friday, April 30th, I will work. I'll come home from work, and I will probably leave. Nolan is going with. Nolan will be leaving from Pittsburgh, I would imagine, because it doesn't make sense for him to come 3 hours east to turn around and go west. So I'll probably leave work. It's going to be me. So far, what we have scheduled, it's me, Danny that I work with that is helping me build the chassis and everything for the Sketchy cart, Nolan, Sam might drive the M4, and then my friend Joe, who moved to Oregon, might fly in. I'm not sure where to. He might fly into some stop somewhere along. We might pick him up at an airport somewhere and keep going. I'm not sure. Joe wants to be involved. And so it's the 1, 2, 3, 5 of us so far. Nolan starts texting me. Nolan starts texting me like last week sometime. He's like, hey. Oh, it was when I was at the lake with my friends last weekend. He texts me. He goes, hey, do you want to take the RV on the We Out Here tour? And I'm like, no, that kind of defeats the purpose of taking the free Jetta. This is going to be a whole video series. I'm going to do a video every day that we're gone. Leaving Friday, April 30th, coming back Sunday, May 9th, which is Mother's Day for those of you that don't know. Put that on your calendar because your mom probably deserves something. Because if I text your mom Happy Mother's Day and you don't, it's going to be an issue and I won't be there for that awkward family dinner. So theoretically, it's a 10-day span. It's like a 9.5-day span, 5 weekdays, 2 weekend days on either end. Plus, we're leaving Friday night, so it's like 9.5 days. That being said, yes, Nolan also texted me yesterday that he is getting his own camera. Nolan is also doing a video series, so stay tuned for that because that's probably going to be more worth watching than anything that I put out. Nolan has decided that Nolan is driving the RV, or Nolan's mom decided Nolan's driving. I don't know who decided Nolan's driving the RV, but Nolan is driving the RV. And I see Alex said, "Oh God." Oh God, please don't make Pornhub jokes and OnlyFans jokes. I can't control myself and I'll start saying ignorant shit. So we have an RV, courtesy of Nolan's mother, to take with us along the way, which I'm really grateful for that opportunity to have that. And now that I look over here, did I even give the beanies to Nolan to take to Alex? Alex, do you have beanies? There's a box over here that says beanies. Sorry, I should have cleaned my office before I sat down to do this because this is how this goes. So we are going to, okay, cool. You got the beanies. Thanks. Yeah, so basically, I have this all written down on paper. I haven't really discussed it with the group message yet. Basically, I want to drive around the country, eat a lot of pizza, eat a lot of good food, period, but no chains. If they're going to be chains, they can't be chains that we can get locally. So like when we get to Arizona or Texas or wherever, I want In-N-Out. I've never had In-N-Out. I want Whataburger when we get to Texas. Like stupid shit like that. I've never done like a cross-country road trip. And I thought with the yes, we would also need canes. Completely lost my train of thought. Yeah, so I'm reading Alex's comments about Nolan getting banned on YouTube and shit. I love it. This is gonna be great. Yeah, so the McRanger was gonna go with us, but now we're taking the RV instead, which is even cooler. Nolan's mom is a real one. She is the best when it comes to pretty much everything. My mother is also a saint. I'm sure she's watching somewhere. She made a great video for y'all. So go over to Instagram and check out the video that I just posted because she tried to tell me I was a bitch. But Kelly ain't raised no bitch. In-N-Out is eh. I had it in Vegas while watching a divorce occur on the strip. Sounds like a good time. Memorable. You remembered it. She probably ain't watching. You've only got 5 viewers and 3 of them on your payroll. Yeah. I don't know. Basically, I wanted to figure out how this worked because Booker said, hey, we should live stream when we're in the garage sometime. And YouTube Live is a lot better than Instagram Live from what I've seen and what I've viewed on other people's channels. And now that I got that sick Milwaukee pack-out system, it's like the perfect level to sit the laptop on. And I think my Wi-Fi reaches to the garage. If not, I'll hotspot from my phone or I'll just buy a range extender, however that works. I don't know. Sam's the IT guru. He can figure it out when he comes to hang out in a couple weeks. Oh, yeah. Also, thank Sam for allowing this to happen because last night when I tried to set this up, you can't run YouTube Live through Safari. And Sam downloaded Google Chrome for me the other day. So Google Chrome and Sam Khaleesi, thank you so much for allowing this to happen. I can't tell if Chance is laughing at me or Nolan. Probably with Nolan and at me. But yeah, so there were a bunch of businesses that I reached out to and said, Sam, the IT guy, I could just have RJ come set up a VPN for me. But yeah, so there were a couple businesses I reached out to and said, hey, do you guys want to help me out with this road trip? Here's the deal. We're doing an event t-shirt Alex did a really cool We Out Here design for the front, and we're calling it the We Out Here Tour. So naturally, that's the design we're going to use. I have Chrome on the other computer that I use for like actual business shit. I literally only use the MacBook to edit videos and watch YouTube. So yes, I can't do the chat and the live stream at the same time. It's bad. We're going to get better at this, I promise. So yeah, I reached out to a couple businesses. I was like, hey, we're doing an event t-shirt. And like, if you go to like, I'm trying to think, I know I have a shirt from, I think it was Steel City Finest the other year. They did the It's Going Down shirt with the bridge. And then on the back, it had like whatever sponsors of the show that had their logo and everything. So that's how we're doing it. We're going to do a one color shirt. And then, well, obviously the shirt's one color. They're not tie-dye. Where are they? They could be. We're going to do a one color shirt with a one color print, front and back. It's going to do the We Out Here design on the front, and then on the back, I'm going to do all of the businesses that helped make this possible. I asked for $100 from any business that wanted to help me out, basically just to cover the trip. The car was free. I'm putting my own money into this as well, but we're getting a lot of shirts made, and I'm going to give them out along the way. They'll also be for sale for just a few dollars. They're not going to cost much at all. It's not going to be a $20 shirt. They're going to be like a $10 event shirt or something like that. So that is the plan with that. I've had a lot of businesses, local small businesses, a lot like Pittsburgh area businesses, and I don't even live there anymore. But logo goes on the back of the shirt. Logo goes on the car. They'll be mentioned in any media, podcast, videos, TikTok, Instagram, whatever. It's just off. I have a list here. The ones that I have confirmed are Proper Polishing, which is Brandon Jones, Distinct Automotive Appearance, which is Alan, Premier Glass and Vape, as well as Premier Indoor Garden Center. Mahady, are you still here? Mahady can help you with all of your Premier Glass and Vape and Garden Center needs. Ross's Sauces, they're right there. Tilted Wheel Garage, Misfit Auto Works, Larson's Biscuits, Wildlife Collective, Barnes Brothers Motorcycles and Off-Road, 589 West Pike Street, Cannonsburg, Pennsylvania. Call and ask for Brad, Blake, Liam, other Brad, Frank. Caleb doesn't work there anymore. Yeah, the Barnes brothers, the Barnes family, they are great people. Go buy things from them because they have they have KTM, Polaris, Suzuki, Kawasaki, Yamaha. Did I say was KTM the first one? I don't remember. Totally Baked Powder Coating, South Hills Cars and Coffee. I have one here with a question mark because I know that RJ and I had spoke about that, but I don't remember things well. Country Style Pizza, Scotro's Home for Neglected BMWs, Alex and Chelsea, Juan Lopez, and Mason Dixon HVAC. Bye, Sam. Yeah, so that's basically all I have to say about the We Out Here tour. If you guys have any other questions, that's cool. And if not, I'm probably just going to make sure that this worked the way that we wanted it to and end it out. We had like 8 people in here at the peak of it. I think we did pretty okay for our first one. Not really doing anything cool. Yeah. So, oh, and then we're going to do hats for the tour as well. The hats are probably going to be more expensive than the damn shirt. But Alex is working on a cool design for the hats. Probably turn that into a sticker too. And then I'm going to do a booth at Steel City Expo in June. That's June 9th this year, I believe. Alex can confirm that. It's a PCS show. It's always my favorite show. And it was supposed to be 90s themed, and then COVID screwed all of us. So didn't get to do that one last year. And I think they moved the 90s theme to the 2021. So looking forward to that. Plan to have a booth there. I have some 90s themed designs that Alex has also crafted for us. And for any of your graphic design or apparel's needs or anything that you need, hit up Alex. Alex can help you with a lot of different things. And it's later in June, waiting on them to confirm. Okay. The Facebook event said 19th. That might have been last year's event, though, too. I don't remember. I'm going to do a booth. Haven't done a booth at a show in a long, long time. And I think it's only right that I have the E36 there, since it's from the year I was born, right in the middle of the 90s. I guess the Mark IV came out in the 90s, so I'll probably have the Mark IV there too, and then I'll probably enter the 435 separately. Yeah, I'm very excited about it. Haven't done a booth in a long, long time. Probably bring the Sketchy Kart. If the Sketchy Kart's done, it matches the E36, and it will. The Sketchy Kart, I see no reason why it wouldn't be done by June, especially late June. I don't know. I'm pretty excited about it, to be honest. I think that's where we're going to wrap it for tonight. I want to thank all of you for coming to hang out. Hopefully we can utilize this a little more often, and give me like a scale of 1 to 10 where the audio was at, because I do have like actual microphones and things. I just didn't set them up. But if you guys have any feedback or any other questions, feel free to message me on Instagram at horsepowerpizza. Thanks for coming to hang out, guys.